Ditch the chemicals and grow rich soil naturally, the secret to long-term garden success. Welcome back to Soil and Crop Central, where we dig deep, literally and figuratively, into what makes your garden thrive. If you've been chasing that lush, vibrant harvest year after year, only to find yourself reaching for another bag of fertilizer, it's time we had a little chat. Because here's the hard truth. Fertilizers might give you a quick boost, but they're robbing your soil in the long run. Today we're flipping the script and revealing a garden secret that's older than agriculture itself. It's not expensive, it's not synthetic, and it's not a trend. It's humus, the black gold of the garden world. If you want rich, resilient soil and crops that almost grow themselves, keep watching. You're about to learn how to build fertility, not buy it. Let's get into it. Why traditional fertilizers are failing your garden? Most gardeners turn to fertilizers when plants look hungry, and while it seems like the right move, it's actually a shortcut with hidden costs. Traditional fertilizers, especially synthetic ones, act like sugar rushes for your soil. They provide a temporary spike in nutrients but do little, or nothing, for the overall health of the soil. Over time, they strip away the natural balance, leaving your garden more dependent on external inputs with each passing season. Even worse, synthetic fertilizers disrupt the delicate web of life underground. The bacteria, fungi, and beneficial organisms that help your plants grow are slowly starved or poisoned. There's also the environmental toll. Producing and transporting chemical fertilizers burns fossil fuels and, contributes to greenhouse gas emissions. And when it rains, those excess nutrients can run off into nearby water bodies, triggering algal blooms and polluting our ecosystems. It's a lose-lose for you and the planet. Forget everything you've been told about NPK ratios. If you want a thriving garden, you really need to focus on humus. Humus is what's left after organic matter, like leaves, plant clippings, and food scraps, has fully broken down. It's dark, crumbly, and teeming with microscopic life, and unlike fertilizers, which just give your soil a short-term nutrient injection, humus improves everything about your soil in the long term. Here's what humus does. It boosts your soil's structure, allowing for better airflow and root penetration. It increases water retention, so you'll need to irrigate less frequently. It holds on to nutrients, making them more available to your plants when they need them. And it supercharges biological activity underground, fueling the microbial life that keeps your soil ecosystem humming. Think of humus as the foundation of a healthy garden. It doesn't just feed your plants. It builds a living system that regenerates itself year after year. If you want humus, you have to grow it. Luckily, building humus isn't complicated. It doesn't require expensive products or secret formulas, just a consistent approach to adding organic matter to your soil. The first and most powerful way to build humus is composting. When done right, composting turns your kitchen scraps and yard waste into rich, biologically active humus. Use a balanced mix of green materials like vegetable peels, coffee grounds, and grass clippings, and brown materials like dried leaves, cardboard, and straw. Keep your pile moist, not soggy, and turn it weekly to add oxygen. A good compost pile should feel like a wrung-out sponge and heat up to between 130 and 150 degrees Fahrenheit in the center. After about 2 to 3 months, you'll have a dark, earthy-smelling material that your soil will thank you for. Next is mulching. When you cover your soil with organic material like straw, shredded leaves, or wood chips, you're doing more than just blocking weeds. You're creating a protective layer that breaks down over time, feeding the soil and improving structure. Mulch moderates soil temperature, reduces water evaporation, and encourages earthworms and microbes to work their magic right at the surface. Always aim for a layer about 2 to 4 inches thick. Just be sure to keep mulch a couple of inches away from plant stems to avoid rot. The third strategy is cover cropping. This technique involves planting fast-growing crops like clover, rye, or buckwheat in between growing seasons. These plants protect the soil from erosion, smother weeds, and send deep roots down that loosen compacted earth. Once they've grown, you can mow them down and let them decompose right on the surface or till them lightly into the soil. The result? More organic matter, more humus, and better soil texture. Real-life tips to maximize humus in your garden. The best way to succeed with humus is to be intentional with your inputs. Choose compost materials wisely. Avoid diseased plants, meat, dairy, or oily foods. These don't break down well and can attract pests. Stick with raw fruits and veggies, eggshells, grass clippings, paper towels, just as long as they don't have chemicals, and shredded newspaper. When your compost is ready, go ahead and apply it generously to your garden beds. Aim for a layer of about 1 to 2 inches, and just mix it lightly into the top few inches of soil. You can also use it as a top dressing around your established plants. This doesn't just feed the soil, it actually keeps feeding it all season long. Now mulch should be replenished as it breaks down. In high traffic areas or raised beds, this might mean topping up every 3 to 4 months. For orchards or no-dig gardens, once a year might be enough. The key is, honestly, to never leave your soil exposed. If you're in a dry climate, water is absolutely crucial. Even the best compost won't really work without moisture. When you're watering in compost or activating microbial life under mulch, you want the topsoil to stay moist. Again, just like a sponge. For every 1 square meter of garden bed, use about 3 to 4 liters of water every other day in hot conditions. Adjust based on the weather and your plant type, but really don't let it go bone dry. So what happens when you stop chasing fertilizer and start building humus instead? Well, you'll notice your plants look fuller and more vibrant. They'll resist pests and diseases better because they're not stressed or nutrient-starved. Your soil will become easier to work with even in tough conditions, and crops will taste better, store longer, and grow stronger. And perhaps most importantly, your garden will start to take care of itself. You won't need to fertilize constantly or battle weeds endlessly. You'll spend less money and effort but get better results. That's really the power of working with nature, not against it. Humus isn't just a gardening technique, it's a mindset. It's about seeing soil as a living system that needs to be nurtured, not forced. And once you've made the shift, honestly, there's no going back. Thanks for hanging out with us here at Soil and Crop Central. If you found value in this guide, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with a fellow gardener who's ready to ditch the chemicals and grow smarter. Until next time, stay rooted and keep growing.